You ever look in the mirror and feel that sting deep in your chest? The pain of wasted time, untapped potential, and quiet regrets no one else sees? That's not weakness. That's your soul screaming, begging you to wake up. You've got dreams buried under excuses. And every day you keep saying tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Let me tell you something that will slap reality into you. 1 hour a day can transform your entire existence. 1 hour of raw focused energy, reading, learning, grinding, building, evolving, can take you from nobody to unstoppable. Most people scroll their lives away, numb and distracted, but the few who win, they choose discomfort. They choose growth. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to be the smartest, the richest, or the strongest. You just need to commit to one brutal, consistent hour daily. Stop lying to yourself. Stop waiting for motivation. If you can waste hours on entertainment, you damn sure can invest one into your future. That 1 hour, that's the seed of a new life. Plant it every day. Water it with discipline. Watch who you become. Is a dangerous myth that's been sold to people. The idea that talent alone will carry you to success. That if you're gifted, if you're special, then somehow the world will kneel before you and open doors automatically. That myth has crushed more potential than failure ever has. Talent might give you a head start, but it's consistency that wins the race. Because here's the truth. Talent without discipline is wasted. Talent without effort becomes arrogance. And talent without consistency dies the slow death of potential never realized. Look around you. How many people do you know who are incredible at something? Smart, athletic, creative, but never went anywhere with it. They got comfortable. They relied on their natural edge. And then one day someone less talented, but far more consistent overtook them. It happens in business, in sports, in the gym, in relationships, in every damn area of life. The guy who shows up daily, grinds without applause, learns from every failure and keeps moving forward will always beat the guy who only shows up when he feels like it. Why? Because consistency builds momentum, and momentum is unstoppable. You see, when you're consistent, you don't just improve your skills, you sharpen your mindset. You build discipline, and that's more valuable than talent. Talent is passive, discipline is active. Talent waits for the right moment. Discipline creates it. The guy who works every single day is learning, adapting, improving at a rate that no gifted slacker can match. Every repetition makes him stronger, faster, smarter, harder to beat. The person who trains their body daily becomes unbreakable. The one who studies their craft relentlessly becomes undeniable. And those people, they make talent look like a weak excuse. Think about this. Your heroes, the ones you admire. Yes, many of them had talent, but what truly separated them? Obsession, relentless pursuit, daily action. You don't become great by doing something once in a while. You become great by doing it when you're tired, when you're uninspired, when nobody is watching. That's the battlefield most people avoid, and that's where champions are built. That's why consistency is so rare. It's not glamorous. It's not fun. It's grind, repetition, and sacrifice. It's waking up early when the world is sleeping. It's saying no to comfort. It's showing up again and again and again, even when nothing seems to change, until one day everything does. The world rewards the relentless. It respects the disciplined. Consistency is what makes your name known. And let me be brutally clear. If you're relying on talent, you're already behind. Because out there, someone less skilled than you is working twice as hard. They're putting in the hours, they're sacrificing, and they will surpass you, not because they're better, but because they refuse to stop. That's what it really comes down to. Will you keep showing up after the hype fades? Will you keep pushing when you feel nothing but resistance? Will you work when it's boring, painful, repetitive, or thankless? Because that's where the separation happens. The world doesn't need more people with potential. It needs more people who can execute. The guy who works every day without needing motivation will always dominate the guy who works only when he's in the mood. Mood is irrelevant. Talent is temporary. Consistency is king. You want to win? Then make your effort louder than your excuses. Outwork everyone. Outlast everyone. Because the moment you become consistent, truly consistent, when your actions align with your goals every single day, you become unstoppable. You become the one they never saw coming. And there's nothing more dangerous than a consistent man on a mission. You keep saying you want more out of life, more money, more strength, more freedom, more respect. But when it's time to do the work, that 1 hour a day that could change everything, you avoid it. You make excuses. You scroll, distract yourself, procrastinate. And deep down, you know it. You feel it when you lie in bed at night, restless, knowing you ran from the very thing that could have brought you closer to the life you keep dreaming about. That hour you keep avoiding, that's where your future lives. It's not in some distant, perfect opportunity. It's not waiting for you in some magical motivation burst. It's right there in that uncomfortable, quiet, disciplined hour you keep skipping. People lie to themselves every day. They say they don't have time, that they're too tired, too busy, too overwhelmed. But that's not the truth. The truth is it's not a priority, because if something truly mattered, you'd find the time. You'd fight for that hour like your life depends on it. And it does, because that hour is the only thing standing between you and the man or woman you were born to be. Every excuse you've made, every moment of laziness you've justified, every "I'll do it tomorrow" you've whispered to yourself, it's all been a quiet surrender. A surrender to mediocrity, a surrender to weakness, a surrender to a life that looks exactly the same a year from now. But here's what they don't tell you. The ones who win, the ones who break through, they didn't feel ready either. They weren't more talented, more privileged, or more confident. They just chose to do what most people refuse to. They made that 1 hour sacred. They woke up early. They stayed up late. They did the hard thing when nobody was watching. And slowly, day by day, they built something powerful. Not just results, but resilience, discipline, control. They built a mindset that refuses to be broken because it was forged in that hour that everyone else was too weak to face. That hour you keep avoiding, that's your gym, your library, your battlefield, your classroom. It's where you get stronger, sharper, hungrier. It's where you silence the noise and face your flaws. It's where you stop talking and start transforming. But you don't want to go there because it's hard, because it's uncomfortable, because deep down, you're afraid of seeing who you really are without the distractions. But that's exactly why you need to go there. That's where the growth is. That's where your real power lives. Not in the easy hours, not in the comfortable ones, but in the hour you resist the most. That hour is your mirror. And if you can't face that hour, you'll never face the world. Time is brutal. It doesn't care about your dreams, your goals, your potential. It only respects action. And every day you avoid that hour, you're handing your future over to someone else. Someone who's willing to do what you're not. Someone out there right now is reading while you're watching mindless videos. They're training while you're laying on the couch. They're building while you're scrolling. And in a year, 5 years, 10, they're going to live the life you wanted. Not because they were better, but because they earned it, because they paid for it. 1 hour at a time. You want a different life? Then start acting like it. Stop wasting time pretending you care. Prove it. Give that hour everything. Cut the noise. Eliminate the distractions. Make it non-negotiable. That hour is your weapon. That hour is your edge. Stack that hour every single day and watch who you become. Watch your body change. Watch your mindset evolve. Watch your goals start turning into realities. 1 hour of reading, 1 hour of working out, 1 hour of building a business, 1 hour of learning a new skill. It adds up. It compounds. And one day you'll wake up unrecognizable to everyone else and even to yourself. That hour isn't just about productivity. It's about identity. And the person you're avoiding becoming is the person you were always meant to be. So stop running, stop hiding. The hour you're afraid of holds the life you're desperate for. Your future is waiting and has been wondering what's taking you so long. Pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. Most people hear that and nod like it's just another motivational quote. But they don't feel it. They don't let the weight of those words sink into their bones. Because if they did, if they truly understood what it means, they'd stop quitting so easily. They'd stop making excuses. They'd stop running from discomfort. Pain in any form, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, it ends, it passes, it fades. But regret doesn't leave you. It haunts you. It shows up years later in quiet moments. It whispers to you when you're alone. It asks, what if you had just pushed a little harder? What if you hadn't quit? What if you'd given everything you had instead of folding when it hurt? That's the truth nobody wants to admit. The pain of discipline is always less than the pain of disappointment. And yet people keep choosing comfort, thinking it's safer. It's not. Comfort is a trap. It lulls you into weakness, then blindsides you with regret when it's too late to go back. You skip the gym because your body's sore. You avoid the hard conversation because it's awkward. You stay in the job you hate because chasing something better is scary. And every time you choose the easy path, you're trading temporary discomfort for permanent regret. You're choosing the pain that never goes away over the pain that could have made you stronger. Pain is the price of growth. It's the toll you pay to get to the next level. There's no shortcut around it, no hack that skips the suffering. The winners in life, the ones who rise above, aren't the ones who avoid pain. They're the ones who embrace it, who lean into it, who understand it's necessary. You want to get strong? Your muscles have to tear. You want to build a business? You'll face failure, rejection, doubt. You want to develop confidence? You'll have to risk embarrassment and push through fear. It's all pain, but it's all temporary. And it leads somewhere. Every ache, every burn, every sacrifice, it compounds into strength. It builds something real. Regret builds nothing. It's a parasite. It feeds off your soul. It turns could have been into a weight you carry for the rest of your life. You see it in people's eyes when they talk about the dream they gave up on, the person they never fought for, the version of themselves they never became. That pain, that's not from effort. It's from the lack of effort. It's from knowing you had a shot and you let it slip because it got uncomfortable. That's the kind of pain that wakes you up at 3 a.m. That's the kind of pain that sticks with you until the end. You can't outrun pain. You just have to choose your version of it. You either suffer the pain of pushing through or the pain of never trying hard enough. You either get sore, tired, and tested, or you get bitter, resentful, and stuck. There's no easy way. Life's coming for you either way with punches and setbacks and hardship. The difference is if you fight through it, you come out with scars and glory. If you hide from it, you come out with nothing but regrets and what ifs. And by the time you realize it, you're older, slower, looking back instead of forward, wondering how it all passed you by. So stop playing it safe. Stop quitting when it hurts. Stop living like you have unlimited chances. You don't. Every second that passes is one you never get back. Choose the pain that leads somewhere. Choose the sacrifice that builds something. Choose the discipline that forges your future. Because pain, real pain, is temporary. But the regret of knowing you could have been more, that will burn inside you forever. So now the choice is in your hands. You can keep hiding, keep running, keep lying to yourself about someday, or you can face the pain, embrace the struggle, and rise. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is pushing, building, growing. Life doesn't wait. Time doesn't pause for your comfort. The pain you avoid today becomes the regret you carry tomorrow. And once it sets in, it never truly leaves. But if you lean into the pain